If you're open to the good as well and practice gratitude, it will keep coming.
There's better things to do with your time, your energy, and your emotions.
You're not thinking of any new information. Nothing new is being added. You're not bringing any value to yourself or to other people. You're just on a loop.
It's easy to become busy and lose the intention.
If you're getting challenges thrown at you in that time, you're on the right path.
You're listening to episode 25 of the Apology Void podcast.
Hello.
Hi, Sal.
Hi.
What's going on?
Did you just like my closeness of my microphone?
I mean, wow, that was something special, but I feel like today you and I are both in just kind of like this all over the place headspace.
I'm here for it. We were just talking about before, we're like, okay, what are we talking about today? What are we putting out there? What are we doing? And we've just come down to, we have so much going on at the moment. And we just want to, last week we were talking about the pivot, embracing the change, and then in amongst that, obstacles will come up. So we thought, let's just continue on our casual conversation pre-recording and talk about how those obstacles can arise and how one must overcome obstacles. Like in a Shakespeare play.
You're saying obstacles, and I'm thinking like a literal shitstorm that both of us dealt with. And I mean literal, because it was just like pipe blockage for both of us with like major plumbing issues in the same weekend, unbeknownst to each other, just both of us having to figure out bathroom situations and call people and deal with some messes that neither of us probably wanted to. I don't know about you, but not my ideal like Saturday, Sunday, Monday sitch.
No. It was a literal shituation. That's what we wrote in that message to each other.
Oh my gosh. And then I feel like since then, it's just one thing after the next after the next. Last week just flew by. You and I changed our recording time like 4 different times because of different things that came up. Like, minimum 4 times. We almost forgot about today, truly, and like had to reschedule again, which is totally fine. It's just like this, that, the other thing all over the place all at once.
You're so kind. You're like, we nearly forgot about today. I actually forgot about today.
I wasn't going to say it.
You like messaged me like, and I was like, oh my gosh, give me 10 minutes. I actually just, it left. Okay. For me, I will say that's actually not common.
I know.
So I don't, but yeah, well, yeah. For this, yes. Also in general life, like I remember appointments in my brain, like, oh no, okay, 1 p.m. on November 23rd, I've got to do this. 6 p.m. on October 5. Like I'll just remember that stuff. It's crazy. But it actually just left my mind completely.
Completely gone. Which is an indicator to me that there's just like extra stuff going on right now. And I don't feel like it's just you or me. I feel like this is a more universal global theme. Just like everyone has a lot right now.
So we're in a season right now of coming up to the busy time of year. I'm air quoting because, you know, I don't like that word busy, but it's coming into a chaotic time of year. Everybody does ramp up. They get busy. They have to do things. Their list gets longer. Christmas is approaching. So everybody is in that season. So one, embrace the season. Like we spoke about last week, things will come up, chaos will come up, and all we can do is laugh.
Yeah. Yes.
That's all I can do.
I mean, I got a call this morning that my niece was sick. I was with her yesterday, and all I could do was laugh because I was like, that's fine. It's fine. If any of us get sick, it's fine. Like, it is what it is. At this point, you just have to laugh with the things that happen. Like, you take care of it, you move on. When we couldn't get the pipes cleared, you take care of it, you move on. I turned it into the best case scenario and used the time where I had to go out in the community and use the restroom as my errand running time. The time that I used to catch up on the things I had been putting off.
You're so funny. We were talking about this, so let's go back to this because I feel like we've just opened it with the situation story and not elaborated. It's actually quite funny. Now, well, it wasn't funny at the time for me nor you, but let's talk about this. So the same week, we didn't know, but I had 5 plumbers at my house in the one day. You had a non-functioning bathroom and had to literally use
I had to find
bathroom
community facilities. And let me tell you, I have 1, 2, 3 beverages next to me. Your girl drinks too many fluids to not have a bathroom. Like, it's a problem. Because I stay hydrated. And what happens when you stay hydrated is you need a lot of restrooms. I also don't have a gallbladder. And for those of you who don't know what that means, it means you also need a restroom nearby, like all the time. So there's a little piece of me. But it was problematic. But I did learn some valuable community information. So that was nice.
That's nice. And that's a positive. You've taken a positive. I out of pretty shitty situation. I can't stop saying that word.
It's just so accurate.
It's just accurate. Mine is not so bad because we have 2 bathrooms, luckily. But one has been, like, I need some ventilation put in one. And that I'm still waiting for them to do that. So the second one gets blocked while I'm waiting for ventilation in the first one. And when I say blocked, like, nothing going.
Oh, yeah, no. Like, no. Like, Sal, no. I feel like you're a pretty handy, tackle it yourself kind of person. And, like, if there's a problem, you're going to do what you can to fix it. I am the same. Nathan is the same. We did what we could. We bought the extra tools. We did the thing. But, like, it was at the, where it was, those were not words, but it was not moving.
It was stopped. For the people who aren't watching and can't see our face, it was stopped. She wasn't going anywhere.
No.
So it was just hilarious that the same week, when we're trying to reschedule this 100 times, that we both just had no functioning bathroom. Hysterical. Did we let it get to us? No. Well, maybe a little bit. But now I can just look back and go, look what I learned about the community whilst walking to a facility.
While walking to the facilities, yes.
I'm actually still holding my microphone, by the way.
That's amazing.
Why am I doing that?
I kind of love it. It's a vibe. It's a total vibe. But yeah, I think I let it get to me for a total of about 7 minutes. And I broke down on the phone with Nathan and I just like cried and let everything out because it wasn't just the plumbing. It's like when you feel like one thing after the next keeps happening and you cannot keep up or catch up with it, it just at one point you hit a break. You hit a breaking point, and that happened while I was on the phone. And so I gave myself the 7 minutes to cry. I talked it all out. I let it all out, and then I went back to business. Literally went back to business. So that's what you have to do, though. Yeah. I mean, what am I gonna do? Sit and sulk and shit? Like, doesn't do anything. Minutes. Just for 7 minutes, and then you move on. Because there's better things to do with your time, your energy, and your emotions.
It's true. And is that, can I just ask, is that, because I've read about 5 minute intervals of being, like, is 7 minutes something that you have learned, or is you just always give yourself 7 minutes, or was that just by chance 7 minutes?
I think that was just by chance.
Oh, chance.
I don't know. It could have been 5 minutes. It could have been 3. It felt like 7. I don't know.
7 minutes. No, because I've read that, like, and listened to a lot of stuff that say you give yourself, when things happen, Obviously, major things, no, like a unique breathing time and stuff. But so for this, like a blocked pipe is not real. Well, it's major, but it's not life threatening.
Right.
So it's frustrating because, as I said, you and I are both handy. Yes, you're correct. So I was doing everything I knew how to do, but it was beyond my capability. So, we call it the plumber, or this if you're a Gen Z. But I just did the different phone hand motions. But where was I going? What was I saying? 5 minutes. So I was listening. You give yourself 5 minutes to get your frustrations out, cry, scream, yell, express, all that, then stop.
Yep.
Time to move on now. Because otherwise, and I've done this, don't get me wrong, you're thinking about it for 2 days. You're on it for 2 days and it's taking up mental energy, it's playing, and you're just on a loop. You're not thinking of any new information. Nothing new is being added. You're not bringing any value to yourself or to other people. You're just on a loop. And that loop just goes on and on.
You're building up the shit in the pipes. If you
Are we going to use this pun forever? Oh, I can't.
If you don't regularly, flush things out,
Flush it out.
it backs up the whole system, and then you have a real problem, and then we got to call in some heavy duty professionals because we can't handle it all ourselves anymore. That's taking this too far.
No,
but it's
I'm
true.
loving the analogy because it's right. I'm like, you're just going all in, and it suits it because it's true.
It is true.
But we don't think about our mind like that, do we?
No.
Like a backed up toilet, backed up bathroom, full of shit, do we? Just swirling around.
I mean, to get out to the sewer main, right? There's a whole lot of stuff that has to go through there. Oh. And like you can keep everything running for a good amount of time, but when the tree roots crawl in and you've got the old pipes that haven't been repaired, and then you add something else that's backed up and you have a literal storm of other things happen, which is what happened here. They were tearing stuff up in the back of our neighborhood. The sewer main backed up. It blocked our whole thing. We went on vacation. Everything stopped moving. So then we had a 3-day issue to work with, as opposed to a quick little, snake the tub and call it done. And I feel like that is so much of what we need to start doing, though, with our regular, emotions and how we deal with things. If you just keep shoving it, bottling it up, pushing it down, you will get to a point where you can't take anymore, where you physically cannot. So if you let yourself actually express things, process things in a healthy, time-limited, nice space, then you're less likely to have that emotional rupture because you're dealing with things as they come up.
It's true. And it's really difficult once you get to that point. And, I won't hone in on the blocked part, but you'll say our cup is full. That's another analogy that a lot of people use. The cup is full. Once your cup is full and everything happens, it just keeps spilling it. So if you're full, something happens, it spills. Something happens, it spills. So everything is so big. Like everything that happens is so big because it's always spilling, right?
Yeah.
I won't say hard. It's a challenge to then empty the cup, right? So to get back down to baseline is almost impossible. But to get it empty and to release any of that built up over years and years and years, it's a bit like I was talking to that. So can't remember if I've spoken. So my migraines, I can't remember if I've spoken about that before. So I've been having these migraines. They have gone, but they're coming back. Anyway, I've been seeing this chiropractor for it and for a long time. And she doesn't do it's not a manipulation type thing. It's a nervous system thing. And she works on your energies in the body and the nervous system connections. And she can tell when you have had different, I'll use the word trauma just because trauma can relate to big or small things in your life, and it actually literally builds up in your body. So without getting that active treatment to start working through and releasing that trauma, whether it be therapy or something physical or whatever, you can't do that yourself. Like I tried and tried and tried to do that myself. And whilst underestimating how much had been piled in and in and in and in, and it just started manifesting physically. That doesn't always happen. It doesn't always manifest physically. Sometimes it's emotionally, sometimes it's, all different ways that we express stress and frustration and when our cup is full. But you've got to get to a point where you can just deal with things as they come up so they don't add and add and add. Super important.
Yes. Yeah, and regulate your overall situation. Like, if you're in an ongoing traumatic situation where there is constant daily trauma being added to your plate, that cup is continuing to be full all of the time as well. So managing the relationships, situations, and places that you're in as best you can. And that goes back to like the pivot that we talked about in our last episode with work. Like the job that I was in was causing so much additional stress on me emotionally, that then was taking a toll physically, that then was taking a toll mentally, and all of it. It all just was crushing, and then I couldn't handle the other things that additionally came up. So by switching that, by pivoting that thing, and then pivoting my living situation, and then by pivoting my like physical activity that I was doing, I have gotten to a place where things don't build up like that as badly anymore, where I'm not constantly drained and fatigued and in pain, because it was manifesting for me in that way. And I like migraines. Migraines are the worst, Sal. I am so sorry. And I'm glad that like you're finding a way to support yourself through that. That's huge.
Yeah, they're not great. They're not amazing. It's not the best thing I've ever had, let's be honest. Not far from it. And I was having this conversation just to add on with Nick last night. So when you do pivot and you do make change, or as we're coming into this season of busyness, well, can I get another word? This season of chaos, I don't know. Busy season. It's a busy season, to be fair. It's just a busy season.
It's a season where people busy themselves a lot. Where it's meant, it's easy to become busy and lose the intention. And I think that's a part of where it becomes this heavy chaos thing. It is in a very emotional season though too. And I think a lot of people tie so many like emotions to the overall holiday season. And that starts at the beginning of October. All the way through January, February. It just keeps going.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I know we're not there yet. We're not in December. I understand that. But it's like the end, October, November, December, the end 3 months of the year. Like it's the final quarter of the year. It's like a switch in the mind. It's the end of the year. It's gearing up. We're getting ready. It's called the silly season for a reason, I guess. Anyway, so whether it's that or whether you're making a change, pivoting something, job, business, relationship, whatever it is, things come up, right? So the reason I was talking about this because Nick's, we're in a silly season with his business at the moment. The universe will throw things at you to put it in your way, and that's to test you, right? It's to see how bad you really want it, see how bad you'll fight for it. It'll challenge you in ways that you never thought you could get through. And it'll feel like the world's against you. It'll feel so heavy. It'll feel like it's not meant to be because look at all these things that are happening. It's actually the polar opposite. The universe is going, all right, you said you wanted it. How bad? Let's go, because here's everything you could do with at once. And can you get through it?
Can you do any more?
Can you do any more? And it might not be major things. It's like, again, going back to the pipes, right? So the last couple of weeks, you and I have had a lot of things happening all at once. Then it's just like, can you do with blocked pipes as well? Here you go. You're welcome. It's like, yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. It's just one thing. It may not be as major as that, but just know if you're getting challenges thrown at you in that time, you're on the right path, because
Yes.
that's it pushing you.
Well, Sal, I've been on the right path for a while now.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Here. Try this, try that, try this, try that. What about another? Woo!
My God, I'm dying.
You know,
she
I
is.
am just taking that as like, yes, I am on the right path. I am doing the right things. The universe is challenging me right and left, but also supporting me in the most beautiful ways. And I am having some of the most glorious experiences. So, yeehaw.
Well, that is true.
Yeah, in this last week, just this last week, I got to go to a musical. I got to go to a metal concert for the first time. I got to go out to eat with my partner. I got to see my entire family. I got to go to the last Cubs home baseball game of the season and they won. Like, that's all just in the past couple days. So
That's
like
a lot.
I know. Even though I have all these little challenges, I also have all these beautiful experiences that are just, they've all aligned at the same time. It's like for every thing that brings me down, I have another two that bring me up. But that requires you actually taking moments of gratitude for the things that are going right, despite the things that might be challenging you as well.
You took the words out of my mouth, to be honest. I was actually going to say the same thing. That's exactly right. Because the contrary is true. Right? The shit comes, but if you're open to the good as well and practice gratitude, it will keep coming. Yeah.
It's just so important.
Have
That's
you read
so-
The Secret?
The Secret?
Yeah.
No.
I'm rereading The Secret at the moment. So another one, there you go. There's my recommendation for the week, The Secret. So it's about the law of attraction. It's by Rhonda Byrne. And it was made into a film or like a movie type thing. I sort of remember it being on Netflix a few years ago. Anyway, I didn't watch the whole thing. I've read the book a couple of times. But it's about, some great thinkers of our time coming together and talking about the secret and how we implement that in our life. And it's about how we operate on a frequency and how what we put out into the world and what we think about and believe. And we've spoken about this before. And it's the same for now. When we have obstacles, yes, things are coming our way. But if we can sit with it, practice gratitude, be thankful for the good things that are coming out of it, more of that will come. But if we only focus on the negative and the bad and how everything's going wrong all the time, more of that will come. It's about, attracting what we're putting out in our thoughts as energy. And for some people, Nick in particular, it's a bit woo-woo for him. Like it's not very, it doesn't, he's like, that just all sounds a bit to me. So if that's you, completely understand, because I used to be the same. There's an author, Dr. Joe Dispenza, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. He also does a really scientific explanation for the same thing in that book. So there you go. Those two together, The Secret, it's an amazing book. Everyone should apply The Secret in their life. If you're a bit like, oh, don't know about that, have the Joe Dispenza book's very long. So it's in the beginning. I can't think of what chapter right now, but that's a scientific explanation for that. But essentially, put out more of the good and more good will come.
Well, I mean, it's so true because you're putting yourself in the mindset to receive more good. And when you, in order to receive it, you have to see that it's there in the first place. And when you're in that space of dark cloud, everything is overshadowed, even the little things. So I was in the car the other day and I was with someone who kept complaining about little things, about traffic, about how other people were dressed, about how, I don't know, like a building, about like literally everything. About literally everything. And it hurt my heart so much because I was so sad for them. If I'm with someone and they say, "Ugh, it's so hot outside," I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's a really glorious day. I'm really grateful that it's like so warm so we can be outside." That's
That's then their conversation ends.
just how we approach it.
It is though. And I will say, so I'm a bit like you, right? Sometimes I have about 3 different topics to say in my head right now. Number one is protect your energy. It's number one. Because I personally find sometimes if I'm constantly around that person, like that car person you're talking about, I can't. Like, it just is so pulling and draining on me. I find it really hard to be around. So, one, protect your energy, because if you're in a positive mindset and you are thinking and believing and putting positive things out into the world, and someone's in there feeding the negativity, that's not going to help you. Number one. And I forgot the other two. But anyway, protect your energy. I need like a notebook. I can write down. Damn, I really wanted to get those out. I should have just went boom, boom, boom and then elaborated. But I think it's because when you hear, have you ever heard 2 people having a conversation that are both in that negative mindset?
Oh,
And it's like a feeding frenzy.
they feed off of each other.
Oh, it's back and forward and they bounce. Oh, I know. Oh, yeah. Oh, did you say, oh, I know how bad was. Oh, and it's just this boom, boom, bounce, like a ping pong of negativity. No wonder negative things keep happening.
Correct.
Because that's all you're focusing on.
Literally. That's it.
That's it. And it's a completely different conversation. 2 people who are bouncing positivity off.
Correct.
And you can just tell. Like, I ran into this girl at work the other day. Oh my gosh. Her energy was phenomenal. Like, she is obviously operating on I had to say to her, I was like, excuse me, but can I just say, you are, I just feel like you're amazing. Like, you just are giving me the best energy. Anyway, we followed each other on Instagram. Maybe she'll listen to this. If you're listening, she'll know who it is. You're amazing. I feel like a conversation between her and I, we just had a 5-minute chat and it was the best. Nothing but positive things were said.
Yeah.
No negativity.
Seriously.
So be that person that bounces. So if you've got that negative person, bounce back the positivity. It can really annoy them, I will say. They'll probably get annoyed at you. But don't let their negative come in. Don't let it in. Protect it at all cost.
Yeah. When I worked in a really
fired up today.
No, I love it. I love it. When I worked in a really toxic work environment, whenever someone would say something negative about somebody else, I would literally change the topic.
Yeah.
Or I would, in response, say something really positive about that person. They wanted... So when people complain, so much of what they want is to just be heard. And there is something in that. That is valid. You have a reason to complain on a pretty regular basis. Feel that emotion, but then move on. It's when we get stuck in that feeding and that feedback loop of negative, 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 all the time, back and round and round and round we go, because that's what it is. It's a big feedback loop. And it's just so sad. And then it gets hard to crawl out of because you've been stuck in that mindset and you have to literally rewire everything in your brain.
100%. I feel like it's a combination though. Like, definitely there are those people who, they give out the negativity because they want to be heard. Absolutely. That is one thing. And there is validity in that. Something's happening in their life and they want to be heard. Great. There's also the people though who just, I believe that they believe people want to hear that, feeding into like things like the media, things that have happened in, politics or in the news or in major events, things like, and they feel like people want them to regurgitate the negativity that the media spews.
Yes.
Because that's all people have to be relatable in a lot of circumstances. To be relatable, oh, I know, how bad was that? oh, that was just so awful, that event, or that was
Oh.
just so, oh, yeah, oh, God, I can't believe the weather woman said it was going to rain when it's sunny. Like, how wrong was she? It can be as simple as that. But that's what they feel like people can relate to and that they want to hear. I'm here to tell you it's actually not true. And the people that are coming back to you at the negative and feeding that loop, they're the people that you actually don't want to be around. So don't worry about appeasing them in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
my challenge to anyone listening this week would be, I think, to not get stuck in those toxic conversations. And like when you feel yourself starting to complain about something, whether it be Monday or the weather or it being so late or it being too early or there being traffic or whatever you would normally have a mundane everyday complaint about, take that and find some sort of golden ray positive on it. Not to be toxic, because there is such a thing as toxic positivity. Not talking about that.
Oh, no.
Talking
No,
about
because that's
just
annoying.
taking. Oh. How about this? When someone is experiencing some actual pain or trauma and is trying to talk to another human for their understanding, that is not the time to put a positive spin on it and be like, well, it could be so much worse, or it could be this, or it'll be better tomorrow, because it won't.
Don't do that.
That person needs the opportunity to talk to someone and just simply have their support. They don't need someone to also say, oh yeah, that's just awful, it's just the worst, oh, and I felt this way too. Not an appropriate response either. Sit with them, hear them, and see them. That's it. That is not complaining, that is connecting with a human. Now, if you are talking to someone and you are just complaining about how slow those people are walking across the street, or about how traffic is just stopped and all these idiots that can't drive correctly, or things like that, that's a different story. No one has personally come out to harm you. There is no reason for you to be upset because of normal everyday events that take place.
100%.
That's it.
That's it. Don't be toxic, is that? I don't know how we got there. I will admit. No. Don't. I'm glad, because it's a really good topic. Don't be toxic and don't be negative. It's a really good topic. As I said, I don't know how we got there, but we did.
Yeah. I think I was saying don't complain about things. But there are certain times where it's okay to grieve or have emotion. That is different.
I feel like this is another whole big topic, and I reckon we need to bookmark this for another time, is listening.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe. This might be a good guest topic at some point.
Yeah, it's not going to be today, but
No.
just because this is a huge topic, but I'll just touch on it by saying the best thing we can do is just listen.
Yeah.
Listen
and love.
Listen and love.
Yeah, just like share compassion and empathy. And listen more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That will give you clues. You know, you get clues from listening as to your reaction. Yes. But wow, I'm glad we finally got here today. Sorry about forgetting. So my setup is a bit whack. If my sound's whack, my microphone's not very close, but it is now.
It's okay,
we'll work it out. Oh, that was clear. That was crisp.
Right, it was right up here.
I liked it.
I know, but I don't necessarily want to be like this all day, every day. We'll see. Go out in the world, spread love and joy. Follow us on Instagram.
Follow us on Instagram. The end. No, I just want to say also, I am very excited for next fortnight's topic. podcast/episode. So stay tuned.
Stay
It's
tuned.
a big one.
We'll talk soon.
Good day,
Goodbye.
guys. Bye.